let's start.
Yes. Let's talk driving.
Yeah. You had your, I don't know what it is called
Like
in English.
last examination.
After you already have the driving license.
Yeah. Yeah. It's probably like only in Austria it exists, I feel like.
Yeah.
Because in Germany I'm pretty sure it doesn't.
And in every other.
And in every other country for sure no. Maybe in Switzerland, but
Yeah, or like somewhere like the northern countries maybe, like Sweden
yeah,
or something.
maybe, but like Austria has like the weirdest laws.
Okay, yeah.
Like security laws, I feel like. Oh, I just feel like that way. Maybe it's not that way, but
Yeah. So you had 2 actually, and this was your second
yeah,
last?
the last one.
Because I already had 1 and...
Yeah, you only have 1.
But I don't even think you told me what happened in the first one. Or
Nothing special, really.
nothing special? Okay.
No.
So, what was your second?
Better than I expected, so
That's good.
I was pretty happy. Nothing, no incident
Yeah.
happened. But something interesting happened.
Mm-hmm.
Which is that my driving consultant?
Driving instructor?
Yeah, that's the word. He told me I'm too much, and I believe this has never been said to an INFJ before. Like, it probably will happen maybe in another 500 years again. It's like a very, very rare thing to happen.
Okay, crazy.
Because he told me I'm too much in the present moment. Plot twist, I actually wasn't at all.
You were like, tomorrow?
Because he meant I'm too much in my head. Because he said I need to focus on more on the future.
What's about to happen, like when you're driving.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
which is he meant by future being actually in the present moment. Because when I'm in the present moment and I'm in the car, well, obviously, but I'm like paying attention to what's happening around me, what's happening on the street, what's happening.
Yeah.
What is going to happen now in this moment in this place.
Yeah.
But that's what he meant by
future.
Yeah. I need to be more in the future, but actually he meant I need to be more present. Because he thought in the presence is like being in your headspace.
Yeah. I understand, because he probably meant that you need to look at the future a little more and don't
I think by future he just meant being
present.
Being present in your surrounding.
But he just said the wrong term actually.
Yeah, because he probably never thought about it before.
So,
but I mean, I get him, but but it's actually
very funny
and very amusing and ridiculous actually, because like I am obviously paying attention to what's happening when I'm driving, but it's just hard.
Yeah.
Harder, especially hard for INFJs, because we're not naturally
present.
Like not in our nature, kind of.
Yeah.
It takes effort.
Yeah, because when I'm driving, especially when I'm driving like a route that is route a word?
Yeah, it is.
That I like often drive, I feel like I teleport because I'm like so somewhere else.
Yeah.
I sometimes feel like I didn't even pay attention. But I mean, it never happened anything, so nothing ever happened. What the fuck? So I must have paid attention.
I guess.
I guess so.
Yeah. I'm always like frightened that I missed something.
Yeah.
Something happened and I didn't even realize. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm like obviously a little hyper anxious.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, some subconscious brain aerial or whatever must prevent it from happening. What?
Prevent it from... Would have had... Wait. Give me a second.
Would have prevented it from happening.
Yes.
From the happening of something.
Yeah.
You
would... Yeah, you
from
would
something
have...
bad.
Yeah. But if you think about it, like the cognitive functions of the INFJ are like the worst functions you could have for driving, because introverted intuition is like being with your head in the clouds, being somewhere else. Basically, not looking at
What?
What?
I was someone else. I need to tell you something afterwards.
Yes, thank you for
Sorry.
illustrating my example. My point, actually. You were the example.
Yeah.
Mm.
Being with your head somewhere else.
Yeah, looking for the meanings behind things, but not looking at things as they are, right?
Yeah.
And then we have extroverted feeling, which is like not helpful, I think, because I'm always like, what are the other people thinking about me when I'm driving? Should I drive faster or slower? Or am I somewhere an obstacle for someone? Is it okay what I'm doing, or should I,
He has a, like, if a car comes the other way to you.
Yeah.
Like,
you're towards you.
Yeah, towards you. I'm ill. I have an excuse for today. Yeah. If another car comes towards me and has like the headlights on, which you should turn off if a car comes to you, I'm always like, sorry, I don't want to, like, you can flash them with your headlights, and I always think like, I don't need it like in a bad way, but I can't see anything. Sorry. And I like flash them like, sorry. I just wanted to remind you. I didn't mean it in a bad way.
Yeah. Or when I'm driving a little bit slower because like the road is wet or it's kind of foggy or something, or I just don't feel that like driving at speed limit.
Yeah.
And other people behind me are like
Going
I feel
crazy.
like they must be so mad at me right now.
Yeah.
I think it's for the better. Believe me, it is for the better. It is really better if I drive slowly now than
racing.
Yeah. So, but I can tell them obviously.
Yeah, I have like a sticker on the back of your car, like that says, "It's for the better that I drive slow."
For the better. Sorry, guys.
Sorry, yeah.
That would be nice, honestly. And then the third function, introverted thinking, is maybe actually kind of good because there's some rational thought, finally, which you need, I think.
What introverted thinking?
Yeah, thinking.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, I guess that's helpful. But it could also be a little misleading because you're not doing the thing that makes sense on an objective level, that would objectively be the right thing to do on a rational level. But because you're an introverted thinker, you're like, I'm doing what I think is right, not what people in general would do. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes I think my thought process is over many edges, very crooked and not straightforward.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
I didn't get the point now.
You can't. You're not thinking straight.
Because you're considering everything, like.
Yeah.
And like thinking.
You're thinking in your own weird kind of way. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And how does that help?
No, it doesn't really.
Oh.
Like.
Because.
I don't know. That's very just my personal experience, but I oftentimes find myself when facing a problem not being able to see the obvious solution because I'm thinking in my way, in my box, and my thought process sometimes is, I don't know, kind of strange. You know what I mean? Or like
Yeah.
just not straightforward, not logic. It's not logical the way I think sometimes.
Okay. Yeah.
And so I feel like I sometimes do things that other people would do differently or like in a more simple way because they just
It's
see
easier for them.
the solution easily.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's absolutely not how I consider myself thinking. I feel like I'm the other person. I'm like, when my mom is driving and she like can't, like, we were standing on a roundabout and
I learned that when I was watching YouTube videos to prepare for the driving test.
okay.
Anyways, yeah.
So we were standing there at the roundabout and it sounds so weird. And cars are driving in it. And then there's like more of a pause of cars coming, and as I see that another car is like also standing there and it drives slowly into the roundabout, and my mom is like, oh yes, no, oh yeah, no, and I'm like, oh my god, you could have driven into the roundabout if you decided to do it actually, yeah, like to do it now, but not like if you decide to don't do it, then you should stop and not try it again. Like, oh, please. I can see all those things when my mom is driving. I'm like, you need to stop. The green light is blinking already, and we're far away from the like traffic lights. It's blinking, and she's driving, and then she like goes on the gas, and I'm like, what are you doing? And then she decides to not, and then again, and then not, and I'm like, you should have like decided at first and then like do it and not like change your decision. Wow.
Making
it stresses me.
quick
decision
actions is very crucial when it comes to driving.
And you say that it's difficult?
Yeah, I think it is.
For you.
But you do things straightforward, and that's why I ask you when I have a problem.
Okay.
Because you helped me see the logical thing to do that I wasn't
able to see.
Yes.
Okay. I like that. But is it an INFJ thing to like not have this?
I actually think it's something very subjective, individual that varies from person to person, obviously.
Well, yeah. Not every MBTI type has to have the same character traits.
And we also do like develop as people.
Yeah.
So
hopefully
we do change in our lives.
Yeah.
Yeah, making quick decisions.
Yeah.
Do you ever feel like it would be amazing if we had like a button to pause life?
Yeah.
And then have just a few minutes to think about it, because then I would make so much better decisions.
Yeah. For me, it's not while driving that I feel that way, but like in other social situations where I feel like, what am I saying?
Yeah. Just give me a freaking moment to gather my thoughts, and then I will say something useful.
Yeah. But what would you say is like the hardest part of driving for you?
I don't know. I think it's the combination of some things. Like, for one thing, there's so much at stake, you know?
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
Like, it is actually, you have to be very careful, really. And you have to be very present in the moment, and I'm just, my thoughts drift off, and I'm just so tired, kinda. It makes me so tired.
Driving.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, or like maybe I'm just in general too tired to drive.
But that's not a driving problem here.
Yeah, okay.
In general,
I do get your point. But it's still, I think it's mentally very exhausting.
Yeah. But that's crazy because some people say like they like driving.
I know.
And
I
they
don't
feel
know why.
like it empties their head. Or like running. It's like the same thing.
Yeah. I can't imagine that it's that way.
Crazy that other people think like it's so exhausting.
Because for them it's like natural. More natural.
Mm-hmm.
to be like sensing types, typed with an S in their
Yeah.
type name. I think for them in general, it's a little bit like the tendency is towards it's being easier for them because they're automatically in the present moment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And also like, I mean that's not a MBTI thing, but like the technical stuff kind of scares me.
That you can't like. That's
It's
so
just
difficult.
It's just a technical device, and I'm.
You can't deal with it actually.
Well, I just don't know exactly what's going on, and I think it's very thinking kind of thing,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm better with emotional kind of things, like or like artistic things.
Yeah. Well, for that we have a dad that we can call if something happens. But I wanted to, or
yeah. What's the hardest part for you?
for me, it's when it's dark and raining.
Well, I think that's the hardest part for everyone, really.
Yeah, but
and foggy.
Yeah, foggy obviously, but I'm not driving that often when it's foggy. But dark alone, I feel like I'm driving blind. Like I can't see anything if something happens. Like I'm actionless. I can't do anything.
Yeah.
Like sorry for everyone, but I can't see. But other than that, actually.
But do you like it? You grew to like it, maybe.
Actually, yes. I don't love it. I wouldn't say that. That's a little too like crazy, but
we're just friends.
We're friends, yeah.
You and the car.
Like bros, a little like.
Yeah, we're good.
No, but before I was driving like an automatic car. I was driving an manual.
I don't know.
The name manual.
No, not manual.
But driving like with a gear shift, I think it's called. It's so much more difficult because you have like to pay much more attention in which gear you shift and whatever. And with driving an automatic car, it's like only you really only have to pay attention to what is happening and not like on which speed you are to be like in the right gear, kind of.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's a little less stressful, I would say, and I like that more because it's way easier.
Obviously.
And because of that, I actually grew to like it then. Maybe if you ever get like an automatic car, you'll maybe grew to like it as well.
Yeah. I would just maybe have a healthier work-life balance and I'm not that exhausted all the time. And that would also help.
But that not only helps you while driving, but also I think like in other life situations.
Yeah, I guess.
Maybe, yeah. But also like making accomplishing our driving license was like a part where I never want to go back in my life. This was like so horrible.
It was really, really not enjoyable.
Painful, I would say, actually, yeah. Like you had those lessons where you went to them in present, because I had them online while COVID actually. So I could like have like these virtual classes where I could like sit at home.
Like to learn all the theories.
Yeah. Before you get to drive a car, actually. I had them at home and it was exhausting, yes, but not that exhausting if you were sitting there, I feel like.
I mean, it was really, I don't know, obviously, because I don't care that much for car stuff.
It doesn't interest us.
No, so that's why. Yeah, obviously it wasn't enjoyable for me, but there's been worse lessons, I feel like, because it's still something that you need to know.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like I wasn't feeling it was useless.
Yeah, obviously, hopefully.
Yeah.
But the driving on itself, that was more nerve-wracking.
Like the lessons.
Yeah, those driving lessons. Nerve-wracking. I sweated like I've never sweated before.
I tried so hard to do everything right, but every lesson I did something really wrong. Like there was always some not grave mistake all the time, but some really mistakes that I shouldn't make, and I always felt like I should be better, even though I was just learning, and it actually was okay that it took me more time, because for obvious reasons I'm not made to drive.
Yeah.
I wasn't born to drive.
So not your passion or your life
goal.
Yeah.
No, not at all. So I feel like I would have wanted to receive a little bit more empathy.
Yeah.
From my driving teacher, my parents, because I really did my best.
Yeah.
I wrote down everything that I did wrong on my phone, like on notes, and there was like this huge note with everything that I needed to keep in mind, and it was so horrible.
Crazy.
Really.
So how many times did you cry?
Actually, I think I didn't. I don't know. Well, I remember crying really badly after the last lesson before my driving exam, because it went. No, it was the second last.
Okay.
Like there was another one, but went really not good.
Oh.
And it was like on Monday, and then Wednesday was the exam. And obviously, like, my nerves were like gone.
Yeah.
Like
rock bottom. You hit rock bottom with your nerves
bottom.
there. Okay, yeah, I feel that.
But maybe that was like the kick I needed to really concentrate and
deliver,
literally. Because then the next lesson was like, I think it was like on the day before, was pretty much okay. And with a lot of luck, I passed the exam. Like really, everything just was working for me. I felt like.
Nice. That's good.
I manifested it.
Yeah.
Like there was no, like my mindset was
You already passed it.
Yeah, I can chill now because I already
passed it. Nice.
It was all easy, all good. It was literally okay. So.
Okay. Well, I cried. Not after, I cried in the lessons, like 2 times.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Oh my god.
And I don't know. And one, I feel like my dad was with me that one time, and I cried, like, because he was asking me questions that I didn't know the answer to, and he asked them like I should know.
Yeah.
And I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't know what those things on the car were. Like.
Yeah, because you obviously hadn't learned them.
Yeah, I wasn't prepared, so I cried really hard on that driving lesson, and I feel like one time as well, like 2 times it was, and after or before I probably cried more than 2 times, but my driving test actually went pretty well. He was pretty satisfied, I feel like, even though the story with the side mirror, I like
it's so good.
Put it like down a little like down to park in the parking lot, kinda, because I needed to see the wheel on the back wheel.
Yeah, and like more of the floor around.
And then we like got on the streets and actually drove, and I forgot to put it up again, and I drove with the mirror down actually, and I noticed it on a roundabout where I needed it to see like the back, and I noticed it. I was like, shit, if he saw that, I'm like out. I'm done actually, but he didn't see it. I passed. And he gave me that fucking sheet with my driving license, and was like sitting back into the car, and I was like, I need to put that up. Oops. So yeah, it was a happy day though, passing this fucking test.
Yeah, I was like the month before, like this was always lurking in the back of my head. Yeah. When I was trying to sleep, I knew deep down, there is something that I need to accomplish.
Yeah.
because there was like the deadline kind of.
Mm-hmm.
And I think in Austria, in Germany, it's like 1 year more, maybe, or
Of like...
yeah, like the time span where you have time to do the theoretical part and the practical, and it's so much longer in Germany.
In Austria, it's 1.5 years.
Yeah, and I think in Germany it's, I don't know, it's definitely longer.
Wow, shit.
Wow. Whatever, it's done.
It's done.
I'm at peace with it.
Yeah. I'm so lucky and grateful that I accomplished that.
Yes.
I would never want to go back.
No, really not.
For everyone who still is at doing it, who still is in the procedure of like doing their driving license, I wish you a lot of strength and luck and
it's okay if you need more time than other people.
and if you don't pass it on the first try.
Yeah.
Try it again. It's there. You have to have luck as well. There can be a lot of things that are against you. You aren't prepared for, and it doesn't work, and then it doesn't work. Whatever.
But you can manifest.
So you...
I actually took a selfie with the case of the driver's license, basically. Like just a case, because I already hadn't had it yet.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh my gosh, I passed.
That's crazy.
Just because, and I was like, yeah, and then when I come back in a few hours, I'll send that selfie to someone.
And it worked, so... Nice.
Yeah. Maybe it was just for my nerves.
To calm, yeah. Maybe there will be an update in like 2 years when we like can tell if it got better with driving anxiety, kind of. I still have that sometimes when I'm driving somewhere new. I'm like, what if something happens?
I do have driving anxiety when someone else drives and I'm like, oh my gosh, what if I were to drive right now? I would like panic.
So better it is that the other person is driving.
Yeah.
Well, I panic because the other person is driving, and I'm like, please, do you put your foot on the brake? We're very close. I'm panicking. Well, I need to learn how to like let it go, those feelings of controlling everyone else. No. But yeah, so I feel like that's a wrap.
It is.
It is.
Indeed.
Shall we end this episode?
We shall.
So maybe write in the comments your most interesting driving license experience.
Yeah. How you experienced it in regard of your
MBTI type?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Like if you feel like your certain MBTI type like helped you, or if it was more like
against you.
Yeah.
Good. So thank you for watching.
Or listening.
Or both. And Ramen.